Hi everyone, I've got my AX1 in X250 Honda Degree sitting on my scissor stand. The scissor stand is actually awesome, so easy to lift any bike. Just put it under the frame, get your little impact on there, 22mm socket, and away you go. Just bring it up to its snug and then just position it so that it's even on both sides. Got yourself a nice sort of equal position. I tend to have the rear wheel up and the front wheel down. It gives it good stability on the stand, but you can very easily reverse that and have the rear wheel on the ground and the front wheel up if you want to work on that. Or of course you can have both wheels off the ground as well. So I'm certainly a fan of this little scissor lift. For the price, I mean, gosh, 70 bucks New Zealand. Can't go wrong. They say it's got a lifting capacity of 500 kgs. Well, it may well do, but I don't know if I would put it to that sort of a stress test. But certainly for lifting dirt bikes and road bikes, absolutely perfect. No problem at all in that application. So it's a while since I've actually had my degree out. Oops, I'll just get up a little bit. It's a while since I've sort of even inspected it, really. It's been a year or so, I suppose, since I've even touched it. What are we looking at? Let's see, you can forget how many Ks she's done. Yeah, 7,000 on the clock there. I believe it's about a 90, what would we say, early 90s. Okay, probably a 92, 94, somewhere along those lines for its age. Runs like a top, absolutely pleased with it in every respect. Haven't been using it, not sure when I am going to use it. I am still thinking about getting it road registered. To do that I've got to get it VINed, waft and VINed and all of those good things, which I may do in a little while, because as I lose my XR250R, that will give me a little bit more time to actually work on the degree. Man, I'm going to miss this 250R, I really am. Never mind, it's going to a good home. Yeah, so the degree is actually not a very common bike here in New Zealand. This is actually a Japanese import, and I haven't seen very many in New Zealand, to be honest. It's more of a European model. Don't even know if they sold a lot of them in the States, to be honest. Certainly in Japan. I've seen them in Southeast Asia. Electric start, no kick start on this model. Disc brake on the front and a drum brake on the rear. I've done all the maintenance course, new sprockets front and rear, O-ring, chain, all the fluids are up to date, coolant, etc. And very happy with it. But at this stage she's not getting used. I've got a little bit of patina on the tank. I'm not too sure if I'll do anything about that or not, actually. These have a steel tank, by the way. Not an overly powerful high performance bike, but it is in the horsepower is higher than the XR250R, mainly I think due to the twin overhead cam engine that it has, and the fact that it's running a coolant system rather than air cooled. The engine is actually fairly similar to what I've got on my DRZ 250. Fairly similar single cylinder 250cc. Uses shims for the adjustment of the valves. It's got 4-valve head, of course. Nice big clutch. Water pump assembly all sits in here. And it's got a brand new swing arm. I imported that from Spain of all places. Couldn't find one anywhere. But that's new old stock, so I'm very happy with that. The last one was quite badly corroded. These are actually steel on these bikes, they're not aluminium. Anyway, a little look at the at the 250 degree on the scissor lifts. The scissor lift is an absolute it's a real beast to work with. It's really great, really happy with it actually. Just lifts the bike up, no trouble at all. Well, it's not a very nice day here in Auckland today. It's raining and sort of day where you can just sort of potter around out in the workshop. That's what I'm doing. Just rearranging things, looking at things just how you do. Daydreaming a little bit, thinking about what I'm going to do. Projects I haven't yet got onto, projects that I will do one day, and all that sort of good stuff. But anyway, thank you for dropping by. And this bike, of course, I'm going to sometime in the future strip it down completely and repowder coat the frame after a sandblast. It'll come up an absolute treat. These are great bikes. As I say, they're not very common here in New Zealand. Hard to even put a value on it. I would imagine, because it's like the forerunner to the CRF 250L road version enduro type bike, I would feel that I guess it's got to be worth about $3,500 New Zealand dollars, somewhere like that, I suppose. Or maybe a little bit high, maybe a little bit low, but somewhere I guess in that region. Mainly because it's a little bit collectible for somebody that's actually looking for something a little bit different, but it's got good use if they needed to put it to some use. I'm running the DOT tyres, so they're able to go on the road. They're all brand new, and a little bit of knobble to them, but mainly all terrain, if you like, road and track, road and trail. So I'm sort of all set up for that future situation when I do manage to get it road legal, so I can run around the roads a bit on it. The idea is to like ride it out to a bit of a trail, maybe some sort of forestry track, and then just go for a bit of a blast around on the trails and then ride it back home again on the road. That's the plan. Okay, thank you very much for viewing anyway. See you a little bit later on.